Okay, let's try something new.
All my fellas. All my fellas. All my fellas. All my fellas. All my fellas.
Oh yeah, baby, it's fall 2023, so you know exactly what that means. That means it's just more anime, more shows, and more things I have no clue if I'm going to finish. Now, to prevent this from being like a super long video, I think what I'm going to do is just focus on things that A, I'm definitely going to watch, and B, things that I have a slight interest in. If I have any sort of interest, I'll talk about it and express whether I like it or not, or how I think it's going to be. But if not, then we're going to put it in Dick's section in the meh, I don't know if I'll watch it. And here is this list for fall 2023. I'm not gonna lie, I got super lazy and I forgot to do it before I recorded everything else. So you're just not getting the list. I'm sorry. You're not gonna get that list. Alright, now with that out of the way, how about we get into the real meat of it? Here are everything that I'm gonna be trying to watch in 2023. I'm gonna be completely honest, I don't necessarily know where I stand with Shield Hero right now. On the one hand, I like everything that they set up in season 2 with the whole multiversal thing and the fact that, you know, the people who were villains in the first season are still kind of villains, but not really. More like at least villains with a purpose, but still kind of allies, because eventually they need to destroy their world in order to fix theirs. Potentially, maybe, but at the second time, season 2 didn't bring me in as much as season 1, if that makes sense. And I feel like for a lot of people that was also the case. Looking at the trailer as well, I don't even know if we're going to be following that story at all, and it seems like we're going to be following some story of like the demi-humans being destroyed, or some type of thing, of something having to do with demi-humans. So that's what I think the direction that we're going to go from here, and I don't even know if we will be following that story that we were following before, which has kind of been a pattern for Shield Hero before, but I guess I'm okay with that. At the very least, I haven't hated any of the Shield Hero seasons. I've at least really enjoyed the first one, and I had fun with the second one. Second one was kind of a downgrade, but I still had fun. So I'm kind of at least hoping that we can, you know, continue that momentum of at least enjoying the seasons, even though they might have some flaws to it. So I'm not super excited, but I'm at least interested and willing to complete the third season. That sounds super negative, but I promise you, I am looking forward to Shield Hero Season 3. I love this show. I love Spy X Family with so much passion, and I love it so much. The fact that we get another season of it just makes me happy. The only thing I am upset about it is that I don't think the way with the Crunchyroll Anime Awards and they work, that I'm not going to be able to nominate it for potential Best Anime of the Year. Even though I would do it, because the way that they do it is stupid. But that's not what we're not here to talk about that right now. We're here to talk about Spy X Family. This is a great show. First season was amazing. Anya is super adorable. I wish I could marry Yor, and Lloyd is such a badass fucking character, and I'm not gonna lie, kinda wish I could marry Lloyd too. We can't forget the dog. Let's not forget the dog, because that dog is an enjoyable part of the show, and watching them act as a family just makes me so happy every time. I haven't really looked into what's going to happen this season or what plot points they're going to explore, because I genuinely want to be surprised. This is one of the only shows where if they're going to pull at my heartstrings, I wanted to pull at my heartstrings, and if they're not, then we get more fun with the family. I saw a couple of things that make me worried, that I might be sad, and I'm going to be heartbroken. I don't know, but we'll see. I hope that's not the case, because I do want them to be a happy family. I want them to at the end find out all their secrets and love each other, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we're gonna have turmoil, and it's gonna make me sad, but you know what, I'm here for it, because the show's good, and it's gonna make a way to make it entertaining, because the show is a top tier show. Let's move on before I start rambling, because this show, I can make a whole video about how much I like this show, which I should, realistically, but we have other shows to talk about. Alright, listen, we will watch the second season. I'm going to be talking about it on my channel. It's just as of right now, as of recording, I barely started the show. Do not get mad at me. I just swear, don't get mad at me. I don't know why. It's just Goblin Slayer was one of those shows that I just kind of breezed by, because I just didn't really think much about it, but it's getting a second season. People have told me to watch it. People will say I'd like it. So far, I am liking it. I am enjoying it, and I hope that the second season will be more of that. I mean, from what I heard, and this correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently this wasn't even supposed to be a full show like that. So the fact they got a second season, I'm impressed. And I mean, hey, listen, I'm not hating it so far. I'm only a few episodes in. I haven't hated so far, so let's go ahead and continue with that track. I wish I could say more about it right now, and I apologize for people who might be mad at me that are adding it, but I said I was going to talk about shows that I had a slight interest in, and this is more than just a slight interest, so it's on this list for a reason. You know, I originally saw this and I thought, oh, it's just another fantasy anime. Fantasy anime, at this point, are like isekai anime. And honestly, isekai is basically just another form of fantasy, and it's all just kind of the same. They blend together all at a certain point. But the way that this one explores its premise makes me quite interested in how it's going to do things. And I more say that in the sense of, we're gonna get a story of a party of people who have already defeated the Demon King, and we're basically seeing their lives after that whole adventure, basically what they do and what they is. It doesn't seem like it's going to be like a complete slice of life. Like, it still seems like they might go on adventures and deal with problems and stuff like that, which is very interesting. But I'm very interested to explore like the aftermath, right? Because we get it, but sometimes in shows, but we never truly get it. We never truly get to explore like the aftermath of how shows are. And I haven't watched an episode of this. I want everyone to remember that all these shows that I'm talking about, I haven't watched a single episode yet, so I'm basing it off both the trailer and possibly the description if I didn't get enough from the trailer, or didn't get enough of an assumption for the trailer. So the way that the show is at least framed to me, as I'm watching like everything that's provided to me so far without watching an episode, is that we're going to explore their lives after they finally defeated the Demon King. And that is really interesting to me, because I don't know many anime that do that. It sounds fun to explore. And it seems like we might get super deep into existential stuff, like the purpose of like life after adventuring and stuff like that. So, hey, if we want to go down this route, by all means do that. I'm all good for exploring the human nature and the struggles of, you know, finishing your goals and wondering what you do after that. So, I hope this show is enjoyable, and I hope it does a good job in exploring those themes. Okay, y'all probably trying to wonder why Tokyo Revengers and Dr. Stone are in the same space with each other. And that's because they mostly occupy the same space in my mind right now, in the sense of, these aren't anime that I have particularly had an interest in watching, or at least I attempted to, and then didn't catch my eye in a sense. But I still feel like it's important to watch them. Like, I feel like these aren't as big as some of the other anime I'm talking about. For example, I was talking about Jujutsu Kaisen and Bleach last season, and those ones were very popular. Bleach being one of the big three, and Jujutsu Kaisen just constantly taking over the internet. And to say that they're on the level of those anime is not the case, but they're still going to be big enough for other people to talk about. People still like Dr. Stone, people still like Tokyo Revengers. It's just one of those things where I feel like they just kind of lost their popularity a bit, or lost a bit of interest. Like, I think there's still fans around it, and I think it's still good for anybody to watch, because they're still on that upper echelon of anime, right? They still got a fan base, people still talk about them, people still engage with them, and out of everything that comes out, they're definitely going to be on the top of the list of anything that comes out in any season. That's why I still have an interest in it, because it's one of those animes like, I should, right? Even if I'm not interested in it, I should at least watch it once or twice to see how it is. I don't think I'm going to talk about it for the channel, because I don't think I'm that interested in it. I think on my own time, I'll probably watch up to where it is, and then wonder if I'll continue with it from there on out. Okay, so Eminence of Shadow was an anime that I just like last minute added onto the list, and I'm only doing that because of two reasons. One, I remember this is one that my friend said I should really watch. If you guys watch my D's of Weeds podcast, my co-host has been pushing for me to watch the show. He's been really pushing for me to watch this show. So I might actually talk about this, because he's been really wanting me to watch this. And then also at the same time, I ended up, while in the middle of this recording, going to the bathroom, scrolling on TikTok, and seeing a TikTok of a clip of the first episode, because it just happened to pop up because I'm talking about fall anime, and lo and behold, it was of Eminence of Shadow, and it actually caught my interest because the premise was interesting. It threw me off, and man, I'm not gonna lie, on one hand it does seem interesting, and if what they do is interesting enough, then we will do the season 2. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it on my channel. It might just be one where we talk about it on the podcast. It'll be on the podcast potentially. From the little I know of this show, potentially, right? The premise caught me on the first episode, so maybe. But I have no clue. I have no clue for the first or the second season of this anime. And listen, I know I've been doing just sequels and just basically being like, oh, well, I haven't seen this yet, other than Shield Hero, but I swear to God, like, we will get to the better stuff, I swear. So when I heard this was getting an anime adaptation was the same time someone actually recommended that I read the manga. And I did for the first couple of chapters. I closed the book and you know what I said? Hot damn, I need to watch this. I usually don't do that, and I usually try to read as much of the manga as I can, but I don't know why I closed it and just decided, you know what? I want to watch this when it's come out, because I had a feeling that they were going to pop off with this, and Lord have mercy, you watched that trailer, you watched what they were doing, oh, this anime is going to be, it's going to be fire, it's going to be hot, it's going to be probably one of the biggest. I have my prediction that this is going to be the big sleeper hit for the season, because the fact that like no one is talking about this as much, the fact that this is like kind of low on the list for what it is surprising to me. I would be expecting more people to talk about this, and I haven't really seen that from the community at all. Obviously, people are talking about the bigger stuff, the Dr. Stones, the Tokyo Revengers, Goblin Slayer, Shield Hero, but this, I think more people need to put their eyes on this. People need to put their eyes on Undead Unluck, because this is fire, this is gold, this is lit, this right here is proper, like proper, and I think this might even be peak. Like I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. I think this might be like my favorite anime of the season. This right here, Undead Unluck needs more attention. This needs more love, because just the trailer alone I know is fire. The fact that this is not getting as much attention that it needs is a shame. It's shameful. And honestly, I'm a bit disappointed. Deadass, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I'm only even considering and doing Shangri-La on my channel and watching it is purely off the fact that Crunchyroll is pushing the shit out of its goddamn ass like it just went to Wendy's at 3 a.m. started waking up at 8 a.m. trying to drink 2 cups of coffee in order to push this out of his ass. I'm not saying it's bad, but my god, they are pushing this. And when Crunchyroll is pushing something, you know people are going to at least talk about it off the back that they just see it everywhere from Crunchyroll's perspective, whether you're on the app and it's like the one that they push at the beginning of the season, whether you go on TikTok and all the ads is just the anime they're pushing, whether you go on like any type of place and you get a Crunchyroll ad and you just see it as like the forefront. It's just there. It's there in your face, whether you like it or not. So you know what, Crunchyroll, for the first time, I'll bite on one of your promoted animes and I'll see it, because you know what, I'm not gonna lie, I'm coming off the high of High Guardian Spice, or should I say I'm coming off the low, because I was high mad while watching that show. So you push the show and it's at least not a passable anime, which to be fair, I'm being a bit mean. If I'm going to be honest, it looks like a fine anime. It just doesn't look revolutionary. It just doesn't look big. And to be fair, I'm not saying everything needs to be revolutionary. I'm not saying everything needs to be peak. But you know, we've gotten a lot of video game ones like this. The VR stuff, it feels kind of like an isekai when it's not an isekai. So forgive me if I'm not completely excited when I see a kid put on a headset and he goes into another world and he's fighting creatures like it's a fantasy world. It's just, it's not new. It's been done before, potentially better. And so forgive me if I'm not just a tad bit underwhelmed when I see this. It might be good for all we know. I might be talking the biggest shit in the world, and it might actually be peak. Who knows, right? Who knows for what this is? That's all. That's just my 2 cents on the whole matter. All right, now with this one, the 100 girlfriends that really like you. I think that's how it's said. It's not. I don't think this is gonna be good. I don't think this is gonna be great. I don't even think it's gonna be like decent. This might be very, very trash. So you ask probably, why, Mise, did you pick this to potentially watch it? I will tell you why. I want to see this anime actually pull off 100-person harem, because the title is 100 girlfriends that really like you, and I just want to see. Listen. This is something that might end up being like a multi-season thing, which I completely understand. I'm not expecting 100 girlfriends in the first season. I at least want like 20. I want to see like 20 different girls appear out of nowhere. Like if we see like 6 or 7, that's That sucks. That is shitty for a first season with a title like that. You need to give me at least 20 girls. At least 20 for me to believe that this man, this person, this whoever the fuck the main character is gonna actually pull off getting like 100 different girlfriends at all. This is what it sounds like it's gonna be. This is what it sounds like it's going to appear as. So all I'm saying is, if you're gonna do this, give me the whole shebang. Give me the whole shebang. Do it. I want to see the ultimate harem in anime actually completed. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna be super disappointed. I can probably live with like 10 or 15. 10 or 15 I can live with, but you don't really at least give me like a double-digit number, I'm gonna be upset. Girlfriend. Surprisingly enough, if you know me, I am trash. So this was a show that I was watching at one point. The premise for this kind of baffled me anymore. Think of like our previous anime, but everyone seemed to be cool. It seemed to be like a polyamorous anime, or at least talking about polyamory. It just threw me off so much because I was just like, this doesn't make sense, because it seems like everyone wants to be monogamous, but everyone's okay with being polyamorous because they all want to be with the main character. And I think there was an aspect where some of the female characters even liked the other female characters, and I don't know. I just remember stopping because I was just like, what is this show? What is this show? So trust me, when I saw that this had a second season, I was baffled. I was shocked, because this didn't seem like the type of show that would. This seemed like the type of show that's like, yeah, it'll get like, you know, it'll get its first season, might not get a lot of traction, it'll be whatever, right? But no, here we are, me talking about it, its potential second season, and so I'm sitting here being like, you know what? Maybe it has something to it, maybe it's not. I have no clue. I truly don't. So I guess we'll watch it. Maybe we'll watch it for the channel. I have no idea yet, but we'll get to that bridge when we do. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm in love with the villainess. It seems really cute. It seems really wholesome. I like it very much, and you know what? I'm always down for any BL, GL stuff that happens, because I want to explore more of those stories. Maybe not on the raunchier side, but I do think those stories are kind of cute, and the way they're doing this one, it seems pretty adorable. I like it. It seems both wholesome and upbeat, and I kind of like that. And I'm trying to, you know, as someone who is not happy with their lives, I gotta find certain things to go, you know, enjoy my life. I'm sorry if that was a bit depressing. I didn't mean it to go down that direction. No, if seriously, I don't think this is gonna shatter anything for the fall season, but I do think this is gonna be like a cute little story to follow. I think this will be one of those seasonal anime where people will put attention to it, people will see it and will pay attention to it. But I don't think this is something that's going to necessarily be extremely important or extremely groundbreaking. It'll just be a cute show. I think it'll do everything right that it needs to do, and people will enjoy it, but I think it'll just be around for a season, and that's it. And honestly, for some anime, that's all you really need for the most part. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this exists after years of shitting on this show, from formerly loving this show to shitting on it. I have been told by other Seven Deadly Sins fans that this right here, Seven Deadly Sins and the Four Kings of the Apocalypse, is supposed to be a sort of redemption, a sort of fixing of the show, because I don't know exactly where this takes place. I still need to watch the last season, or whatever the last season was for Seven Deadly Sins, because I know that happens, and I think Meliodas and Elizabeth have a son. That might be like a movie thing. I don't know if that's canon. So there's a lot going into this that I would need to digest, but I know at some point I need to talk about this particular show, because I have been told, like I said before, this show or this story is actually good. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it will be. We will have to see. I do not have my hopes high, due to the fact of my affiliation with Seven Deadly Sins and how that's been in the past, how I felt like I've been burned multiple times by this series after giving it love, hyping it up. I at one point thought, when everyone was talking about future big three or future anime that was going to represent the new era, I pitched this, Fire Force, and Promised Neverland. And other than Fire Force, you see why I'm kind of pissed, because Promised Neverland turned into shit and this turned into shit. Now I gotta say it, I don't know how this is. I will watch this, not for the channel though, because there's too much I gotta catch up on in order for it to even talk about this. But I have to watch this, because if it does redeem itself, it might be in my good graces again for the show, and if it doesn't, then oh boy, do I have some things to say about this whole series. So Under Ninja was an anime that I saw kind of on and off, like very low on the list, and it didn't catch my eye at first. And I saw it and I'm like, you know what? I haven't actually watched the preview properly. I don't know what it is. All I know is it's like a modern day ninja type of thing. So let me see what it is. So I thought it was gonna be maybe a goofy thing, maybe something like a little weird. No, dude, this seems far more interesting and far more chaotic, far more dark than I thought it was going to be. It caught me off by surprise, honestly, like in a good way. I will say for some people who may look at this, be kind of interested in it, and be kind of thrown off by like the animation and full CGI stuff, I do at least have some confidence in the studio that did this, because I didn't like recognize the studio at first, but when I did, I recognized this is the same studio that did Quintessential Quintuplets and Doro, not Dorohedoro, Doro, the like feudal Japan era where the dude's like a puppet and he's slowly turning into a human. They did that anime and Quintessential Quintuplets. I have confidence in the animation style, and the story actually looks pretty cool. This was an anime I didn't even consider. I just saw and was like, oh, this is kind of stupid. Now I'm actually like, wait, this actually might be like a sleeper hit. This might be something a lot of people should actually be looking out for. Also, the same people did My Home Hero. I know that's another one people weren't really talking about, but I love the story of that, the way that they made the colors work for how gritty the story is and everything like that. Unironically, this might be a decent sleeper hit, and I'm very excited to actually sit down and watch this. You know, there's always one anime in this season, one anime where I look at it, I look at this trailer, I read its premise, and for no earthly clue, I just sit there and be like, yeah, no, this is interesting to me, and I think Shy is that one for me. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna be completely honest. Nothing about it really stands out for the most part, but there's just something about it. It's one of those things where it's just in my gut, I look at it, and there's something in my show that's like, hey, Mise, you might like this. I know everything's saying that, like, it's not gonna be impressive, but you might like this. Last anime I had for this was Skip and Loafer. The other anime I had for this was My Happy Marriage, and both of those shows I had a really good enjoyment with. Now I will say, this is action, so this is going to be far different from those two. So we'll see how this plays out, we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I have confidence in it being super good, but something telling me that this is good. Let's see if we go 3 for 3 this year and actually get shows that my gut's feeling, because if it does, I might go more with my gut when I sit there and be like, hey, yo, you might like this is looking like something you might like, and me being like, I don't know, doesn't like point to anything. So we'll see. I have confidence in my gut. It hasn't strayed me wrong so far. This got 3 seasons? This got 3 seasons? Who's out there? Who is out there liking horse girls and horse girls racing in the Derby for this to get 3 seasons? Is this actually good? Is this peak? Am I fucking up? Am I missing something out in this anime? Because now we gotta watch it. This has 3 seasons now. What is with this anime? Can anyone, like, genuinely, someone explain to me what was the appeal of this anime? Because now I have to watch this and potentially see why people love this anime so much. Or at the very least, why it got 3 seasons. This got 3 seasons. Ladies and gentlemen, this got 3 seasons. And I want to correct something. I want to at least make something clear, right? I'm not saying that this anime is bad. I'm not saying that this anime is trash or this anime doesn't deserve 3 seasons. In no way am I saying that. But when I see everything that comes out in the seasons, right? There are anime that struggle to even get a 2nd season. We could wait literally years and years for another anime to get Seiken. Fuck, we're still waiting for Fire Force to get a 3rd season. Fire Force doesn't have a 3rd season, and that one was super big. That one took all of anime on the internet by storm. Everyone loves that one, and it got its manga finished. It has a fan base, a big one. So why can't I get Fire Force Season 3, but this horse derby anime girl one can get a Season 3? You see why I'm baffled? You see why I'm a little kerfuffled? You see why I'm a little bit confused as to why this exists? I don't hate the fact that this exists. I just want to know why it exists. I just want to know why this exists. I just want to know why this is here. And you know what? I guess we're just going to have to find out by watching it. And I swear to God, if I like it, I'm going to have to question everything in my sanity. I mean, I might. I like Monster Musume because I'm a degenerate. So for all I know, I might like this. Who knows? Who knows what will happen. I have not watched a Fooly Cooly in a very long time. I watched the first one a very, very long time ago, and it's been a while. I know there was another one that came out, I think, this year, that was called, like, like it was like a CGI one. I don't necessarily remember, but this one's Fooly Cooly Shoegaze. It looks like they upped the animation for this one because I don't know if anybody really liked that one. I didn't hear much about it, but we do have Shoegaze here. This one is one I might have to catch up with as well. I don't know if I could just jump right into one of the new Fooly Coolies or if I have to watch all the Fooly Coolies. If someone can actually help me with that, I would very much appreciate it. But I like how this looks. I know Fooly Cooly is insane. It's still one of the most baffling and mind-fucking animes that has ever existed that I've watched personally, and that's saying a lot because I've watched a lot of weird shit in anime. So, you know, when I say that, that is a testament to how just insane something can be. But hey, if it's anything like the old or some of the other things I've heard, then, you know, this Fooly Cooly is going to be good, and I have good hopes for it. And I'm also surprised it's like this low on the Mal list. I would expect something like Fooly Cooly to be higher, but I guess, you know, not everyone has delved that much into it. And in this new era anime, like I said before, it's just so hard to stick out, especially with a lot of the big hitters that exist are already established. I can kind of understand it, but also still a little baffled. I thought it'd at least be higher. And ladies and gentlemen, that is all that we're going to be watching for the fall anime 2023 season. We got a lot to watch. Like I said, we'll be doing a good amount for the channel. These are not all going to be in the channel, by the way. Only some of these. Some of these are going to be channel ones. Definitely ones in the very early on. But I do plan on at least trying to watch everything that I can here, and I'm still struggling to watch stuff on the other one, but that's okay, that's fine. But if you did like this video, please leave a like on it and comment down below what anime you're excited to watch for the fall 2023 season, or hell, tell me what anime you don't want to watch for the fall 2023 season. Just tell me all your thoughts about the fall 2023 season in the comments down below. And if you want more of these videos and you want to keep up with all the episode reviews we're going to do for some of these anime, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you can do that. And if you want to support your boy, then you can go down in the link in the description, and that link will show you all the things and ways that you could do in order to support me. I have been Mize. Now if you excuse me, I gotta go do what I gotta go do, and I'll see you guys in the next one.